Alright, everybody. Welcome to the oneleif Discord introduction. The point of this video is to get you guys introduced to the Discord, how things work, and why why we're asking you to do all these things when you get started. My name is Sabian. I'm one of the community leaders of oneleif, and with me I have.
Well, I'm Zach. I tried to jump in early. I'm Zach, also Leaf, another community manager. So, welcome to the video on the introduction of how to join OneLeaf and what OneLeaf is.
So, what is oneleif first of all? Because we don't have a centralized place that explains this. Usually, if we like make a post to Reddit or Twitter or something, we kind of make a little explanation, but we don't give you a full fledged what is oneleif. So, OneLeaf is a nonprofit, as of a month ago, centered around project based learning. And we find that learning in college or learning on your own, you kind of tend to be void of applicable experience, so it makes it hard to understand where these concepts are used in practice. So project-based learning allows us to help you get to your goals the quickest. So all of our projects are open sourced. Open source means that the code is public, anybody can contribute to it, and it's more of a community effort, right? So for example, the Linux operating system, for those of you familiar with it, is an open source project, anybody can work on it. So the reason we like to do open source is that everybody benefits from it, right? The code is public, so that if somebody isn't even in oneleif, they can still see our code and they say, "Oh, cool, they made a website. I'd like to see how that was made," right? So on top of that, the people that are in the organization get to benefit from working as a team. They get to see the tools that we use. They get to see our process, why we chose these decisions, that type of thing. So that's kind of our goal. On top of that, you're going to find people that like to mentor. You're going to learn a lot of things. We have a lot of resources for you. So OneLeaf is still growing. We still have a lot of things coming out. For example, we're bringing recruiters into the mix to help you get career advice and whatnot. So pay attention to the announcements channel for all the great things to come. We have a lot of cool things that are in the works. Zach, would you like to take away with the explanation of the start channel?
Yeah. Really quick, I'd like to touch on just kind of the three aspects of OneLeaf that we focus on. We either have new people coming in that are either in like in high school or college or switching from a job that are just trying to learn a tech background. We have people kind of just trying to get experience, or if they can't get an internship, well, we act as that internship. We let them, express their creativity or express their code or anything like that. But the last one we also have is anyone who's advanced or professional or even maybe a business can bring in open source work and then drive that as the product owner and have people actually work on it. So that's just another introduction of kind of the specifics of OneLeaf. But for the start channel, you'll be put in as a new member, or what we like to call an egg, and you will be in the start channel. You'll have a few other channels that you'll be able to see. You'll be able to see start, rules, interest, introductions, and then maybe some other channels depending on the permissions of Discord. But really, once you get in the start channel, you'll see this bot. Sabian and I will try to welcome you into OneLeaf, but you'll just have to check out the rules. Just understand, we're here to be peaceful and work together and not fight, of course. But also, we'd like you to have your name, at least your first name, so we know what to call you by because we're working on projects together
Oh,
and potentially connecting on LinkedIn. Yes, yep.
we didn't talk about this last time in the dry run, but for those of you who are unaware in Discord, if you right click on your name or on mobile long press, you can I can't do it to you. I can do it to other people. You can change your nickname, right? So just take the Discord the name that you already have. So for example, the random guy that we have in Start Channel, his name is Lucky Ringtail, and let's say his name is Tom. So we'd put Tom in parentheses. So that way, if you change your Discord name, we still know who you are. That's really the only reason that we do it.
Yep. So, I mean, we don't care if it's your full name. It helps us connect on LinkedIn if it is, or if it's just your first name. As long as we know kind of, personally who you are instead of like XYZ42, that's very hard to get behind and understand. The second step after that is once you've read the rules is to check out the interest channel. So the interest channel will have quite a bit of posts from this OneLeaf bot. And the first post will be kind of your interest overall. Are you interested in iOS? Are you interested in mobile? Are you interested in design? Or are you just interested in open source in general? You react to these reactions or that stuff. You'll see like hundreds or, 80 or whatever. If you react to those, you'll get the rank and you'll unlock a channel if you scroll down and see development on the left. that will unlock for AR, VR, 2D, 3D modeling, audio design, UXD, and all these other channels where you can kind of facilitate all that conversation, or people can share links specific to that stack. Other than that, after you've said what interest you're in, then you give an introduction in the introductions channel. And this is really the official way of joining OneLeaf. We really want to know who you are. We really want to help you get further in your career. And the least we think you can do is give a simple introduction of what are your interests, what's your experience, and then tell us about you. Like, give some personality because we're going to be working together. So, once you've done all three of those, and mainly once you've done the introduction, you'll be promoted from an egg to a hatchling, and you'll have access to all these other channels.
So to add to what Zach was talking about, I'd like to put a little more emphasis on how interest works for those of you who don't know how Discord works at all. So you can add emojis or reactions to a message, right? So let's say I can just add the smiley face right here, and you'll see that if it doesn't break. Okay, so the bot doesn't allow us to do that. Fun fact. So if you're on desktop and I believe on mobile too it works. All you got to do is click on these little reactions down here. So for example, the iPhone corresponds to iOS, or the controller down here corresponds to game development. So if I go to my profile over here and you see, let's see, I have iOS, right? So if I hit the X button, I'm no longer that grouping or that role, right? But let's say I uncheck iOS and recheck, the bot automatically assigns that role. You see iOS is back, right? So the goal of this is just to set your interest so that way you unlock the corresponding channels. So if I did not have this iOS checked and I didn't have the iOS role, I wouldn't see the iOS channel whatsoever. Which normal Discord doesn't include this. This is a bot written on top of Discord that allows this functionality. So if you don't see it other places, don't freak out. The last thing in interest, if you scroll down, you can see the roles that OneLeaf has. So we have the hatchling role, which is just for brand new members. They're not sure. They're just kind of here to inspect. We have the caterpillar role, which is for learners. The metaphor that we like to use is that caterpillars are going to eat the leaves, or the developers. They're going to eat the leaves or gain the knowledge from the leaves. We have this nice little metaphor for OneLeaf being a tree, right? So we have the roots. Are the community managers. We have the leafs, which are the developers. We have the butterflies that are the designers. The hatchlings that are just brand new. The caterpillars that are the learners, and I believe we have branches that are project owners. So if you want to bring in your own project, you own it. It'll be an active project that OneLeaf helps you manage. We'll get to that later, but that's just another role that you'll see. If you are one of those roles, for example, if you're a branch, you'll get your own little branch channel that is private and you won't be able to see if you don't have that role. Similar to if you make an introduction, we will then upgrade your role so that you can no longer see the start channel. Start channel is how we keep track of who has made an introduction. On top of that, the rules channel, it basically has rules saying don't be a butthead. Yeah. It also lets you know that you should change your nickname. There are a lot of rules. It is a lot to take in. However, we like to at least skim through it. The channel rules need to be updated as of the time of this video. We're in the process of that right now. But if you want to see the description of the video, all you gotta do is click on a channel, and then up at the top here, you'll see that it has a little description of the channel itself. So if you don't want to read all the rules, you can go look at the actual descriptions of the channel itself. The last thing that we'd like to go through, we get this complaint a lot, is about. Okay, I just noticed all your reactions.
Yeah, I'm
uh,
showing reactions
the
right
last thing that
there.
we'd like to talk about is notifications. Zach, I feel like I'm talking a lot, and I'd like to let you talk, but since I'm the one screen sharing, I should probably chit chat about it as I'm talking about it.
Yep, no, go for it.
Okay, so first off, you have server notification settings. If you're a member and not like a server owner, admin like Zach and I, you won't see all these settings. You should see notification settings at the very least. If you open it up, you'll see that you can mute OneLeaf as a whole until you turn it back on for 24 hours or whatever, right? You can choose what level of notifications that you get. You can get all the messages. You can get only the at mentions. So I could type in. We did this for the dry run. We did a dry run of this so that way we made sure the talk was correct. But I can hit at, and then I can type in the beginning of someone's name to like filter it down, and then I can click on his name, and now you can see it's like highlighted in blue like it's a link. So, and then if I hit enter, Zach will get a notification for this message, right? So you can turn off notifications even if somebody adds you, right? Like you could get nothing. But if you want to keep it so that like you're still on the server, you get notifications if people are like pinging you. This you'd put on only at mentions. The other things that you can do are suppressing at everyone and at here. At everyone would ping everyone in the server no matter what. At here would only ping the people that are online in Discord. And then the last thing that you can do is turn on and off mobile notifications. Zach and I highly recommend having Discord downloaded on your phone, getting notifications. That way you can stay inspired, you can be a part of the community, and stay a part of the discussions. That way you're always learning. The other notification settings that you can do, let's say people are talking too much in dev talk. Well, let's go ahead and oh my bad on Windows, if you right click on the channel itself, you can mute just this channel, just the Dev Talk channel. Like, let's say people are just having a ball, discussing a ton, and you're at work, you don't want to get all the notifications. Just mute this channel for 24 hours or until you turn it back on. The last notification setting that you can do is, let's say you're not interested in like the general discussion, you're only interested in iOS, which I'd highly recommend that you leave this on, but some people are busy people. So you can mute the entire general category until whatever, right? So those cover the main problems, focus points that we'd like everybody to be aware of. Anything that you'd like to add to that conversation, Zach?
I don't think so. I'm just going to reiterate the fact that the rules do kind of reflect the three different meta roles that I explained at the beginning. Either you're in high school or college trying to learn, programming or some tech or design, or you're trying to get experience and you're, the leaf developer or designers that we're talking about, where you're ready to jump on our project and assist, or you're at the so advanced where you might be a designer or developer, but you're bringing in a project that people will jump on, and that's the branch. So there's those three different roles, and we're just trying to reinforce that of either you're learning, trying to get experience, or you're bringing in a project and trying to get experience as a project owner and give other people the opportunity to jump on your project.
And you won't see the branch role uh, in the reactions here because we assign branch role as people bring in projects and oh, you know what we should go over, Zach, proposals.
Yep.
So we have a proposal channel under the work category where you can include a proposal to say, I would like this project to be a one leaf active project. And what one leaf active projects are is basically a way for one leaf to help you manage your project, to help you find members, to help you plan the project, to help you make it capable of being open source. So for example, you can see a game that I made or that I'm working on. I submitted a proposal for it. I gave a little explanation. I gave a link to the repo. I gave a link to where the tickets can be found and a current release of it. So you basically would submit a proposal. You say, I'm working on this project. I'd like people to help me on it. And we will help you set it up, right? We'll help you add a README to the project. So if you go to GitHub, for example, you can see I have a little explanation of the project. A lot of projects don't have that. We'll help you make one. And then at the bottom, we'd like everybody to have this little footer that explains that this is, in fact, a One Leaf project, and here's how you can join if you're interested. And once your project is approved, you'll get your own little channel to talk about it, right? So under active projects, you can see that we have 5 active projects that are here. They're open source. You can go into them and chit chat and figure out if you want to join and help on that project. Last but not least, I'd like to talk about voice channels. So if I were to just click on this little tree icon here, it would put me in a voice channel. So if you have a phone or a computer with a microphone, you can join in that channel and we can chit chat. We get in there for streams that we do weekly. We'll talk about some cool tech topics, and we'll all get in the channel together and discuss in there. If you have any recommendations for OneLeaf that you'd like to see us do, or any suggestions or things that you see that we're doing wrong, we'd recommend that you put that in the direction channel. This is related to the direction of the organization as a whole. I believe that covers the majority. The rest should kind of be self-explanatory as you're looking through the channels and looking at their descriptions.
Yep, and the rest is just kind of look through the channels. We have quite a bit, but they're all for individual purposes. So if you need help, you need feedback, you're trying to brainstorm, maybe you want to just talk about food, you like this song, you're looking for songs. Like we have a lot of channels where we try to hit most of everything. So feel free to look through them. If you don't find what you're looking for, feel free to post in directions for a channel that you'd like, or just, post in general. And we always like to tell you kind of the channel that would be best suited for what you're talking about.
Well, I think that concludes our little demo video here today. If anybody has any questions, if we didn't cover anything, just ask us. Zach and I are always we have all the notifications on, so we will get your message no matter where you put it. I think that will conclude. We're gonna put this video on YouTube. We're gonna add some links into the description. Some links for the Discord itself. Some links to when the website is up. The One Leaf website. Um, our Twitter and LinkedIn. I
And
believe.
then just Reddit. Yeah.
Yeah, Reddit. Yeah,
So
we have our own subreddit.
thank you
Woo.
guys for listening in, and we will post on the stream this Thursday.
Have a good night, guys.